Something is continuing to kill deer at my research area, and what began as a routine wildlife survey has turned into the most unsettling investigation of my career. I've worked in this region for years, tracking migration patterns, monitoring population health, and documenting predator behavior. Deer deaths are not unusual in the wild, but these killings are different. They don't follow any known predatory pattern, and the frequency alone is alarming. This place has started to feel less like a research zone and more like a killing field. The first carcass was discovered early last fall. A mature whitetail buck, over 200 pounds, lay on its side near a tree line. There were no drag marks, no signs of a chase, and no evidence of scavenger activity. The neck appeared broken, but there were no puncture wounds consistent with wolves or mountain lions. Even more disturbing, the rib cage had been opened with what looked like brute force, not teeth. The heart and lungs were missing, removed cleanly but not surgically. I initially thought human interference, maybe poachers, but there were no bullet wounds, no knife marks, and no footprints that matched boots. Over the following weeks, more deer were found. Always in clusters, never just one. Sometimes 3 or 4 within a quarter-mile radius. The bodies were positioned in strange ways, some propped against trees, others laid out in open clearings as if deliberately placed to be found. Every single one shared the same characteristics: extreme physical trauma, missing organs, and an absence of tracks leading away from the site. Predators don't kill like this. Humans don't either, at least not without leaving something behind. Trail cameras were deployed across the area, some positioned high in trees, others near game trails and water sources. What they captured raised more questions than answers. Several cameras malfunctioned on the same nights the killings occurred. Batteries drained fully within hours, memory cards corrupted, timestamps scrambled. On one camera that did function, there was a single frame taken at 2:17 a.m. It showed a large, upright silhouette partially obscured by fog. The figure was massive, far larger than a bear, with disproportionately long arms. The image was blurred, but the shape was unmistakably humanoid. Around this time, other strange activity began escalating. Tree structures appeared overnight, branches twisted and interwoven 8 to 10 feet off the ground. Heavy logs were snapped clean in half, something that would require incredible strength. Deep impressions were found in muddy creek beds, measuring over 18 inches long with a mid-foot pressure ridge consistent with a bipedal gait. Plaster casts were taken and analyzed, but no known animal matched them. The sounds came next. At night, long after the forest should have settled, howls echoed through the valley. These weren't coyotes or wolves. They were deeper, resonating, carrying over miles. Sometimes they were followed by sharp wood knocks, 3 in succession, repeated from different locations as if signaling. On 2 occasions, I heard something moving parallel to me in the trees, keeping pace while remaining just out of sight. Whatever it was intelligent, aware, and deliberately avoiding detection. The most disturbing incident occurred when I came across a fresh kill just hours old. The deer was still warm. Steam rose from the body in the cold air. I felt an overwhelming sense of being watched, a primal warning that I was not alone. The forest was silent, unnaturally so. No birds, no insects, nothing. Then I smelled it, a powerful odor like wet earth, decay, and musk. My instincts screamed to leave, and I did, abandoning equipment and retreating faster than I cared to admit. Local reports began surfacing as well. Hunters described seeing large figures crossing logging roads at night. Hikers spoke of being followed, of rocks thrown from unseen hands. Livestock on nearby properties were found mutilated, bloodless, with broken spines. Law enforcement dismissed most of it as bear activity, but bears don't walk upright for long distances, and they don't arrange bodies. What ties everything together is the intelligence behind the killings. The deer are not simply prey, they appear to be targeted. The organs removed are consistent across every carcass. The locations suggest territorial marking rather than feeding. It feels like a warning, or perhaps a demonstration of dominance. This area may be part of a migratory corridor, or worse, a permanent habitation zone. I can't say with certainty that this is Bigfoot activity, but I can say that nothing else fits all the evidence. The size, the strength, the intelligence, the elusiveness. Something unknown is operating here, something capable of killing large animals with ease and vanishing without a trace. As a researcher, I'm trained to rely on data, not belief, but the data is pointing towards something we don't fully understand. For now, the research area remains active, but protocols have changed. No one goes out alone. Night work has been suspended. Cameras continue to disappear, and the killings continue. Whatever is out there knows this land better than we do, and it doesn't want to be found. Until we learn more, this place will remain what it has become, a silent, terrifying killing field.